Hello, state team and guests. My name is Brittany Saunders. I'm the director of the Indiana State Personnel Department. And welcome to our 2019-2020 State Employees Community Campaign Recognition Ceremony. In years past, we would all be together celebrating our successes. And as everyone is already aware, the COVID-19 pandemic has changed so much in 2020. So here we are, virtually to celebrate all the hard work that went into a successful SECC campaign. We hope all of you are staying safe as we continue to provide great government service to the citizens of the state of Indiana, and that you'll join us over the next hour as we say thanks to all of those who answered the call and stepped up under our SECC theme, Together We Serve. Even 2019 was a year of change for the SECC campaign. For the first time, we had 9 different agencies step in to host their own week of fundraising. Each agency brought their own energy and their own spin to their weeks. From the BMV's tug of war in the snow, to DWD's cornhole tournament in the plaza, to the ever popular lip sync battle that fell in the week sponsored by DCS, state employees were out raising money and having lots of fun in the process. We added 2 additional weeks, one with Henry, the first dog, lending his name, and some canine gravitas to the week, and Lieutenant Governor Suzanne Crouch, who brought us home in the last week of the campaign. Each agency chose a charity to benefit from that agency's fundraising efforts. Today, you'll hear from many of the agency leaders and learn a bit more about the charities they chose. We're really grateful for everybody that took part, who gave their time and contributed in many ways to the success of the campaign, which in the end was about giving to those most in need. And quite the success the campaign was. The fundraising goal was set with optimism that we could build on previous great years, and that's exactly what you did. Entering the campaign with our kickoff last September, we had an ambitious goal of $1.6 million. And not only did we meet that goal, but surpassed it with the final giving total $1.62 million. It's a huge win. It was, of course, the result of the hearts and generosity of state employees like you. Nearly 6,500 state employees gave during the campaign, many of those signing up through automatic payroll deductions that provides sustainable support for the charities of their choice. Our theme for 2019 was Together We Serve, and once again, all our state teammates lived up to that theme in a big way. Regardless of the agency, everyone was involved. More than 2/3 of the state's 135 state agencies took part with fundraising events and individual donations. For agencies large and small, it was a banner year. The Public Defender Commission saw a 260% increase in giving over the year before. The BMV led middle-sized agencies with a 59% increase. That's huge. And the State Court Administration led all large agencies with a, wait for it, 466% increase over 2018. There were 32 agencies that achieved a goal status in per capita giving. 16 agencies were at a silver level and 8 additional agencies at bronze level. Later on in the ceremony, we'll be celebrating this large group of superstars who helped us reach our goal. There are a lot of moving parts in a campaign this large and this long, and there are coordinators within each agency helping direct fundraising events and giving within those agencies. They and other volunteers worked on local events that stretched from bake sales, special dinners, auctions, donut sales, and pretty much anything that you can do to raise money for good causes. We had larger events like the paddle battle and the 3-on-3 basketball tournament, a haunted house, a lunch and canvas event, and even more events on the plaza at the government center, as well as across the state. A special shout out to all the coordinators and volunteers across state government who gave of themselves and their time to make this a great and successful SECC year. Now let's hear about each week of the campaign with the agencies that made it happen.
Hello, I'm Fred Payne. The DWD was proud to kick off the 2019-2020 State Employees Community Campaign, hosting Week 1 back in September of last year. We like to think that the strong start we had put the state employee giving on the right track for the rest of the campaign by providing a strong foundation that helped us all to reach our overall goal of $1.6 million. DWD chose Down Syndrome Indiana as our charity of choice for the 2019 and 20 campaign. Down Syndrome Indiana is a one-stop shop for information and resources on Down syndrome. The programs offered by this outstanding organization are intended to promote the inclusion of individuals with Down syndrome in our community, as well as to offer support and information to affected families, caregivers, educators, employers, and professionals who serve individuals with Down syndrome. The Department of Workforce Development employees used our week to host 3 agency events. They included a cornhole tournament on Ora Plaza, a silent auction, and a donut sale. All 3 were very successful, with the silent auction raising more than $2,300, the cornhole tournament $560, and the donut sale $392. The cornhole tournament was the first for DWD, but we had so much fun that we're planning to make it an annual event, with the next one being even bigger and better than the first. I personally want to offer a special thanks to our DWD employees who helped organize these events, including our SECC coordinator, Cindy George. DWD employees in their daily work and in the way they step up and volunteer in times of need truly reflect the Together We Serve theme adopted for this campaign. Through the events I just mentioned, plus participation in all of the other state agency SEC events, and of course, the very important and generous annual giving, DWD employees gave more than $40,000 during the campaign. From volunteering to participating in team events like the cornhole tournament, DWD employees showed their willingness to give to those in need and to support those incredibly worthwhile charities, including Down Syndrome Indiana. So thanks to all who participated to help make the 2019-2020 SECC campaign a record-breaking year.
Hello, I'm Joe McGinnis, Commissioner of the Indiana Department of Transportation. INDOT and its employees were proud to host Week 2 of the State Employees Community Campaign for the 2019-2020 season. INDOT's chosen charity was Gigi's Playhouse. These are achievement centers focused on educating and inspiring children and adults with Down syndrome. The very first Playhouse was created to be an inspirational and dedicated place for families to celebrate their child and benefit from free, purposeful programs that unleash joy, confidence, and continuous improvement. Throughout our week, INDOT employees sponsored fundraising events such as the annual pancake breakfast. INDOT teams also took part in other events, including the 3-on-3 basketball tournament, as well as bringing home the coveted paddle trophy from the SECC paddle battle on the canal. INDOT employees from facilities all across our state got involved, volunteered, and donated to help our chosen charity, as well as others, as part of the SECC campaign. I am proud of all of our employees coming together to serve. Showing the depth of their spirit, INDOT employees contributed a total of just over $117,000 for Gigi's Playhouse, going a long way in helping reach the overall SECC campaign goal of $1.6 million. I want to give my personal thanks to the 300 department employees who donated, as well as INDOT SECC coordinator Jenny Zemer, and all INDOT employees who gave of their time and hearts to make the 2019-2020 SECC campaign a huge success. Thank you.
Hello, I'm State Health Commissioner Chris Box. The team at the State Department of Health was extremely proud to take part in the 2019-2020 State Employees Community Campaign. We were the host for the Week 3, and our chosen charity was Gleaners Food Bank. The mission of Gleaners Food Bank is simple and direct: to lead the fight against hunger. 1 in 7 Hoosiers are hungry. Gleaners works to alleviate the situation through a network of more than 250 partner agencies in 21 counties, including emergency food pantries, soup kitchens, and shelters. As you know, the theme for the campaign was Together We Serve. Together we fight hunger in Indiana and in our nation. Throughout the entire campaign, Health Department employees stepped up to take part in fundraising events. Our week was packed with events ranging from the annual 3-on-3 basketball tournament at the governor's residence to the cutest pet contest. We hosted book sales, bake sales, and other events with all the proceeds going to Gleaners. These events and other giving by health department employees added more than $20,000 to the SECC campaign's goal. Looking back at the 2019-2020 campaign and knowing what we know now about how quickly the number of Hoosiers in need can grow, I have an even greater appreciation for the heartfelt giving that makes up the annual SECC campaign. I want to thank all of our employees who took part in the fundraising events and volunteered their time as part of the campaign, especially our SECC coordinator, Kim Reef. You are the reason we met our goal.
Hi, I'm Devin Penn, the SECC coordinator over here at Indiana Office of Technology. The leadership at IoT would like to express its thanks to all of our employees who took part in the 2019-2020 State Employees Community Campaign. IoT employees plunged their efforts into week 4 of the campaign. It was a very successful year, and we were able to bring some new and innovative fundraising projects to the campaign, including the popular Lunch and Canvas, as well as the Takeover IN.gov event, where people made donations while choosing an Indiana college to take over IN.gov for a week. The school with the most donations in its name took over our website. It was a lot of fun, all for a good cause. IoT's charity of choice was the Tyler Trent Cancer Research Endowment. Created in honor of beloved Purdue superfan Tyler Trent, the endowment funds cancer research at the Purdue Center for Cancer Research. You may remember that Trent was a 20-year-old Purdue student from Carmel who suffered from a rare form of bone cancer and passed away on January 1st, 2019, after a 5-year battle with the disease. Like all state employees, we know that what we are doing benefits all citizens of the state, and in the true spirit of the 2019 SECC theme, Together We Serve, we pitched in through volunteering and donations to worthwhile programs such as the Tyler Trent Cancer Research Endowment. We had that in mind with another fundraising effort during our week, the sale of cancer ribbons. Through all of the events, programs, and giving opportunities, IoT employees raised more than $26,400 towards the overall SECC goal of $1.6 million. Thank you to all of the IoT employees who gave their time and energy to help with the campaign, as well as those who took part by donating and opening their hearts to those in need. Thank you.
I would like to express my thanks to all IDEM employees who took part in this year's State Employees Community Campaign. IDEM staff got extremely creative this year, and in the spirit of week 5, Halloween week, built and staffed the spooky hazmat House of Horrors. This was a very successful fundraising event, and quite possibly the first time a government center office was turned into a haunted house on purpose. Our charity of choice was Fountains of Hope. Fountains of Hope volunteers travel all over the world installing water filtration systems. Contaminated water is the leading cause of illness and death in developing countries. Using a 12-volt battery and a 1/4 cup of salt, the Fountains of Hope system can purify as much as 10,000 gallons of water. The mission of Fountains of Hope is to provide reliable and sustainable clean water systems around the world. I'm very proud of all our employees who took part, not only in the many events we sponsored for staff across the state, but also in events such as the Paddle Battle. Through all of these events, programs, and giving opportunities, IDEM employees raised over $80,000 for our charity. Our staff truly embodied the Together We Serve theme of 2019-2020 campaign. Thanks to you and all of our employees, and with a special thanks to our SECC team who made it all happen. And thanks to all state employees who gave of themselves to help others in need. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jen Sullivan, Secretary of the Indiana Family and Social Services Administration. FSSA was a proud participant in the 2019-2020 State Employees Community Campaign, and we were thrilled to be the sponsoring agency for Week 6 of the campaign. Our chosen charity was Family Voices Indiana. The mission of Family Voices Indiana is to support families who have children with healthcare needs and/or disabilities through education, outreach, and community partnerships. As part of our fundraising drive, FSSA sponsored Gratitude Grams, which for a $5 donation allowed state employees to say thank you to coworkers, neighbors, friends, and family. True to the 2019 theme, Together We Serve, this fundraiser points out how all of us can come together and how important it can be to say you're grateful to the ones closest to you. Team FSSA is spread out across every county in Indiana, and through individual donations and local fundraising events, our employees pledged over $195,000 to various charities. This generous giving and willingness to put on fundraising events made these contributions a large part of the $1.6 million overall goal for the campaign. As we celebrate another successful campaign, I would like to thank all the FSSA employees who took part and gave of themselves to help others. Of course, thanks to all state employees who made the SECC campaign part of their year.
Hi, I'm Peter Lacey, Commissioner of the Indiana Bureau of Motor Vehicles. I am excited to join in this celebration of an incredible year supporting our communities. During the 2019-2020 SECC campaign, our agency hosted Week 7, which encompassed Veterans Day. To honor Hoosier veterans, we selected HVAF as our charity. HVAF is working to end homelessness among veterans through housing, reintegration services, and programs provided throughout our communities. Whether you joined in the fun of our snowy tug-of-war competition or took an opportunity to grab lunch at the food trucks on a late fall day, with your help, we were able to provide support to HVAF beyond the money. You also helped us collect non-perishable food, personal items, clothing, and linens. These items were needed, welcomed, and very much appreciated. We love to join with our employees across the state each year for SECC. We work hard to make sure we plan many interactive activities to allow our associates in the branches and central office alike to share good laughs, good food, and sometimes a little good competition, all with the underlying goal of helping our fellow Hoosiers throughout the donations we collect. BMV employees raised nearly $95,000 from various events, including our own paddle battle for the honor of representing the BMV in the all-agency event, Candygrams, donut sales, ice cream socials, chili cook-offs, and more. Thank you to all of our BMV team members who took part and helped us surpass our campaign goal, and congratulations to all state employees for your record-breaking donations and hugely successful 2019-2020 SECC campaign.
Good afternoon. I'm Terry Stignan, Director of the Department of Child Services. DCS was a proud participant in the 2019 State Employees Community Campaign, and we were happy to be involved as a sponsoring agency for Week 8 of the campaign. Our charity was the Borrowed Hearts Foundation, which was created and is run by foster and adoptive parents. Borrowed Hearts offers assistance at no cost to our foster families, and the foundation's mission is to ensure foster families have what they require to provide a loving home to a child in need. Borrowed Hearts supports these families through a number of initiatives, including by providing clothing and essential supplies, and we were proud to support them during last year's SECC. Week 8 of the campaign was exciting. We were the featured sponsor of the statewide lip sync battle, which pitted teams from the Department of Revenue, Department of Financial Institutions, and the Indiana Public Retirement System against each other in an intense and, let's be honest, hilarious contest. Employees packed the auditorium to catch a glimpse of Nirvana, the Backstreet Boys, and Donna Summer. The best part? The event raised more than $1,600 for Borrowed Hearts. I would like to extend my immense gratitude to all who gave us a great show and to everyone who voted for their favorites through donations. And congratulations again to the DFI team for winning the battle. DCS employee contributions totaled more than $60,000 helping us hit the state's record-breaking $1.6 million goal. DCS employees have a demanding job, made even more so by the current pandemic. We lead the state's response to allegations of child abuse and neglect and facilitate child support payments. And that isn't easy on a good day, let alone during a public health emergency. It keeps us busy and on the front lines with the public, and our work is never ending. Still, our commitment to our communities is unwavering. DCS employees are proud to volunteer their time and energy to great causes like Borrowed Hearts. And I'm proud of what our great people at DCS accomplished this past year in helping the SECC meet its goal. I'm even more excited for us to get creative and try to top ourselves again for this year's campaign, starting September 10th with the theme, It Starts Within. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" The State Employees Community Campaign answers that question every year. State of Indiana employees step up, giving their time, talents, and treasures. We couldn't have done it without everyone who supported Borrowed Hearts and the SECC. As an agency and as a state, we truly embodied the theme of last year's campaign, Together We Serve. It took a lot of teamwork and selflessness to get us to our goals, but we did it. Indiana is strong because of you. Once again, I'd like to say thank you to all who contributed to the success of the SECC and to those who continue to serve together in times of need. Now let's do it again.
Hello, I'm Randy Custer, Chief of Staff for the Indiana Department of Correction. I want to start by offering sincere thanks to each and every state employee who donated money to their favorite charity or gave of their time volunteering to make the 2019 State Employees Community Campaign a success. I'm especially proud of the hundreds upon hundreds of Department of Correction employees who dug deep to raise money for our chosen charity, the Correctional Professional Assistance Fund of Indiana. The CPAFI Charity Fund provides much needed assistance to Department of Correction employees and their families when in time of need. And that need became very apparent in many ways over the course of the ongoing pandemic. First, it illustrated the critical importance of the roles performed by each Department of Correction team member. Second, it illustrated the need for the CPAFI, and our charity was available to provide thousands of dollars of assistance to many of our employees. I think it is absolutely remarkable how Department of Correction employees supported the 2019 SECC campaign with creative donation events and regular payroll deductions that resulted in raising over $428,000 and played a major part in achieving the statewide goal of raising $1.6 million. The Department of Correction has a critical mission, and our employees are proud to be a part of a statewide team providing great government service even in the most challenging of times. We know the importance of charitable giving and are proud to join the SECC campaign each year. Again, my thanks to each Department of Correction employee who contributed their time and money, along with thousands of other state employees who stepped up to embody the SECC 2019 theme, Together We Serve.
Hello, state teammates. First Dog Henry Holcomb here, just taking a pause from squirrel management duties to thank all state employees for their part in the SECC campaign. I know it was sometimes rough, but you all pulled together and that gets an extra tail wag. When last year's campaign was extended by 2 weeks, I stuck my paw into chair. We were just $30,000 away from our goal. At that point, it wasn't too far-fetched that we could make it with just some extra time. We put the fundraising in high gear with a contest that put a visit from yours truly on the line. And you all trotted up, you didn't roll over, you didn't make me beg. Thanks to all who participated in the 2019-2020 State Employees Community Campaign.
Hi, state employees. I wanted to take just a brief moment to talk about and congratulate each and every one of you for a successful 2019-2020 State Employees Community Campaign. It was wonderful seeing and hearing about all the activities you planned and executed, beginning way back in September, when I am sure everyone would agree our world was a bit different. From the paddle battle to the 3-on-3 basketball tournament, from a tug-of-war to a cornhole tournament, you really came through with some fun ways to raise money for great causes. Let's not forget about the bake sales, auctions, opportunities to paint or to learn martial arts, all raising money for 9 charities that your agency chose. You really got creative, and it paid off with the success of the entire campaign. I was proud to step in as chairman of the last bonus week of the campaign, week 11. By that time, we were so close to our $1.6 million goal, I really had no doubt we could make that final push, and that's exactly what you did. As you have heard today, not only did we reach our $1.6 million goal, we went even a bit past it at $1.62 million. It was a lofty goal after a record-breaking 2018, but once again, state employees embody the 2019 theme of Together We Serve. We came through volunteering and donating and made it happen. The United Way has awarded gold status to 32 state agencies for their per capita giving, with 16 additional agencies receiving silver status and another 8 getting a bronze. This is the result of thousands of state employees opening their hearts to help those in need. I wanted to congratulate all of the agencies that hosted a week of the campaign: Department of Workforce Development, Department of Transportation, State Department of Health, Office of Technology, Department of Environmental Management, Family and Social Services Administration, Bureau of Motor Vehicles, Department of Child Services, and Department of Corrections. The agency leadership and their agency-based SECC coordinators put in extra time and effort in order to make the campaign successful. State employees from these agencies, and many, many others that did not host a week, contributed to this successful campaign. The staff of the Indiana State Personnel Department, under the leadership of Director Brittany Saunders, should also be commended for all the planning and logistical work they did in making it all come together. Thanks as well to Carolyn Bailey and the staff at the Indiana United Way for their help in making sure all of the charities involved will benefit from your hard work. Finally, a big shout out to all of the state of Indiana employees who came together over the last year and made giving part of the great government service you provide every single day. Thank you, and congratulations for another great SECC campaign.
For the 2019-2020 campaign, we had 1,764 state employees that became champions and 230 employees that joined the Torchbearer Society. That totals over $1.4 million in giving. Incredible. Those champions and torchbearers came from 66 state agencies. And we would like to finish our recognition event by highlighting those agencies and their SECC coordinators. And one final note of recognition. One agency coordinator stood out in this year's campaign as someone who would go above and beyond in a group where everyone is striving to help as many as possible. This person was the coordinator for 2 locations of a large state agency, and both those locations received gold per capita awards. Both saw significant increases in donations as well. The Special Directors Award this year goes to Tyson Runkle of the Family and Social Services Administration, and I'm so happy to provide this to you. Thank you for all your hard work, Tyson. Once again, thank you to everyone who volunteered, donated, and came together in service as part of the 2019-2020 State Employees Community Campaign. It could not have been done without all of you coming together to serve. Needs from year to year don't usually go away, as we all know, and the 2020-2021 SECC campaign is just around the corner, believe it or not. I can safely say nothing this year is like last year, and the SECC campaign is no different. The theme for 2020 is It Starts Within, Indiana. Many of the events and fundraisers will be virtual this year as we continue to keep Indiana back on track to put the COVID-19 pandemic behind us. Watch for more information about what you can expect in this year's campaign over the next few weeks. Thanks so much again.
My name is Brittany Saunders. I'm the director of the Indiana State Personnel Department. Maybe you don't know this, but State Personnel is actually the annual administrator for the campaign, along with our fiscal agent and fundraising consultant, the Indiana United Ways. This year, we've set a goal of $1.6 million, which is roughly $2 more per employee this year. We had a lot of discussion in the beginning of this about how we could raise the bar after such a monumental year and who would be a great chairperson to help champion that. And in each one of those conversations, we really just kept coming back to the same concept, which was that we needed everybody to pull in from all agencies and all areas of the state to make it happen. And that's why our campaign slogan is Together We Serve this year. Because of that, we wanted to take the opportunity to have a different chair from a different agency every week because we're crazy like that. And we wanted to share the love across the campaign as one state and one team.
No.